Welcome to the LoCar Car Show. I'm Sam Adavi, coming to you this week from the Great Smoky Mountains at the 21st Annual Pontiacs in Pigeon Forge. Welcome to the LoCar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
Pontiacs and Pigeon Forge show comes to you from the serene grounds at Mainstay Suites, right around the corner from the famous Pigeon Forge Parkway. You'll find the most extensive collection of Pontiacs in one place, old and new, every make and model. Pontiac fans do not want to miss this. Plan to bring the whole family and join in on the Saturday evening cruise. Jerry, I love your Pontiac. What year is it?
It's a 1940
1940, original color?
touring sedan.
It is absolutely beautiful. I love how you've restored the whole car, but I just noticed the front end and the trim, that's actually original,
That's
untouched.
All original.
And you can see the age in the emblems and the moldings. That is cool.
When I found it, it was Swiss cheese.
Yep.
This was the end. I tried to make the right decisions on what to save original and what to restore and modify.
So you got a Chevy 350 in here.
The 350.
Probably got a 4060 transmission behind it. That probably goes down the road pretty good. Did you put AC in it as well?
Yes, I put AC to please my wife.
Yep.
She loves AC for some reason or another.
We can get past AC. The interior is original as well?
The interior is original.
And the carpet's original?
The carpet's original. I can't believe that the rest of the car was completely eat up and the interior was not.
Well, that's because whoever drove it took care of the interior because that's where they live.
That's where they lived, in the car.
Yes, yes. Don, I love the color of this GTO. What do you call it?
General Motors called it Iris Mist.
Tell me about the car. When did you have it restored?
I bought the car in '06, and it didn't look like it when I got it. It's all metal.
It's all metal,
Yeah,
right?
it's all real.
You have some rust around in the trunk area, some typical rust around the wheel wells.
The rear wheel wells, they typically rust out, and I had to replace the trunk panels.
And all the trim and the bumpers and everything on this is original to the car.
Mm-hmm.
That is really impressive. I see you guys did a really good job polishing it out, making it look new again. Who painted the car?
Monkey Business in Michigan.
Now there's a cool story that you guys just knocked this thing out right before the show to get it here.
I just rebuilt the motor.
Right.
We put it together, and it started it up, and it started pouring oil out the rear main seal. So we had to pull it back out again. I had to drive to Akron, Ohio to Summit Motor, or Summit Speed Shop, Aaron.
6-hour drive.
We put the motor back together, got it in Thursday night, and left Friday to come down here.
It's amazing what we do to make that show, though.
Yep.
But I'm glad you brought it because it's the only one with this color. Very cool. Thank you so much, Don, for letting us check out your car.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This beautiful Tempest behind me belongs to Mark, and it has got a lot of cool parts on it. Tell me about your car, Mark.
It's a 1968 Tempest Custom. This car is an original 50,000 mile car, originally restored as a stock 352 barrel car, and then we went in a different direction about 2 years ago, took out the complete drivetrain and chassis and upgraded it with high performance parts, mostly for drag racing, as a 501 cubic inch Pontiac motor, turbo 400, BMR rear suspension, runs quite a few aftermarket parts from 10 Indian Performance. Big camshaft, but it's very streetable. It's basically built as a street strip car.
It's absolutely built beautiful. You did a really good job. The attention to detail underneath the hood is impeccable. Now, have you driven it on the drag strip yet?
I haven't personally, but it has been down the track a couple of times, basically for tuning and stuff. I'm kind of trying to save it before I thrash on it at the track.
And tell us about that interior, very impressive.
It's a dark aqua interior, the original interior. The front seat was recovered with original material, but the carpet, door panels, rear seat, headliner, rear package tray are all original to the car.
Incredible, and they're all in really great shape. Absolutely beautiful. This is a great car. I can't wait to see it down the drag strip with you driving it.
That would be fun.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's time for the LoCar Lowdown with Jeffrey Walls.
For you guys out there using modern driveline components, LoCar and Clayton Machine Works are keeping up with the times with you guys, and we've got different options for you. Such as our drive-by-wire electronic throttle pedals. We have these set up to where you can plug and play into your current throttle body setup, programmed to work with your GM or Ford application, Mopar, Holley. We offer these within both the Clayton and the LoCar line to fit all the different looks and styles that you have of other pedal pads, brake and clutch arms, whatever it may be. In addition, we have the electronic sport mode shifter. This allows you, with all the standard functions of our neutral safety switch and lockout push button, you can kick it over into sport mode and just start shifting gears up and down as you feel. So check this out at LoCar.com.
A favorite event at this show each year has to be the Saturday Night Cruise. Through some windy mountain roads, you'll join dozens of Pontiacs for a real joyride. Join in this unique Pontiac experience and camaraderie with others.
And I was a carpenter, not a body man, so I subbed it out just like you would a house.
Yep.
I'm not a painter, or we wasn't a painter, but we went to people that knew how to paint.
Right.
That's kind of one of my trademarks. I'm very good at detailing cars and attention to detail.
And then we finally decided once the rust started to come through, we had to do something with it, and then it was going to be the full build. All or nothing, all or nothing.
It's a number matching car. I've had the car since the day before Thanksgiving, 1966.
This is its first show, and I'm ready to drive it after
I know
that.
you are.
That's what you could do in '69 if you had enough money.
My friend and I bought this car a couple years ago, and we've been trying to get everything date correct.
I had a young lady yesterday that wanted to get in this rumble seat and take a picture.
We all know that Ken Diggett builds beautiful cars, and I'm finally able to see one up close. I got Jim in his 1964 Tempest, and you just picked this up from Ken Diggett, correct?
Yeah, we delivered about a year ago. Yep.
I bet you're really excited because this thing is as beautiful as it looks, and then what they do on TV.
Correct.
Absolutely incredible.
I agree.
You go across it bumper to bumper, and everything is impeccable and done to a T. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What color is this?
It's called Reticle. It's a one-off. Dave designed it himself and mixed it. I gave him free rein of the color. Told him I wanted it in the red family, and this is what he came up with.
So when you drop off your car to him, do you pretty much tell him free rein with some input or what?
I did, very little input. I told him build the car as if it was building it for himself. I wanted a driver, but also a car that would look good on a SEMA show floor.
Absolutely, and this was debuted in SEMA 2019.
It was. That's when it made its debut in SEMA.
Now, does it drive as good as it looks?
It does. It really does.
It really does.
Solid as a rock, straight as on rails, stops on a dime.
Let me tell you that my favorite part of the car is the interior.
Yeah.
That interior is where you live,
and
that looks plush as can be. It's beautiful. The steering wheel really knocks it out the park.
I agree. It stays cool. It's wrapped around in leather.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
beautiful work.
Agreed.
Thank you so much, Jim, for letting us check it out. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
I'm here with Terry's 1968 beautiful Trans Am that he's owned since he was 18 years old. This thing has been built 3 times, but this last time I think is the best one. What caught my eye on this car was the fact that the body kit is molded into this car so beautifully.
Yes, sir.
And you can tell the craftsmanship from all the years that you guys have been driving this on the road, like you said, 6 years now.
Yeah, right at 6 years.
Not a line, not a crack, nothing.
No.
That's real craftsmanship. And
Yes,
you look
it
at
is.
the front bumper, the grille, all of it's in.
Yes.
The rear bumper, this front splitter.
Yeah, it's
That
all
is
molded
beautiful.
together. We molded all this in to make the entire car smooth. The grip rails, everything in shape.
And you know, the interior is absolutely beautiful. The
Yes,
fact that you use Honda Accord seats is very funny and smart.
Yeah, well, that come out of the Honda Accord Coupe, which was the 2-door Honda Accords, and their front seats are the back seats as well. in that
Really?
car. Yes.
That's
yes.
awesome. And that console really finishes off the interior.
Yes, yes.
Now tell me about the engine. You built that engine, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How much power do you think you're making?
It's right around 700 horsepower.
Wow, that's plenty right there.
Oh, absolutely.
A beautiful car like this, you want to stay in your lane and on the road.
Yeah, you don't want to get sideways, which it will, but you try not to do that. It's tempting, but you don't want to do it.
We have to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the LoCar Car Show.
I'm here with Mike Blackburn, and he is the promoter of the Pontiacs and Pigeon Forge. This season has to put a big smile on your face.
Oh, it does. We have had a record-breaking year.
It's amazing. Just from coming from last year to this year, looks about 3 times the size.
350 registered cars this year.
That is impressive. And they've been coming from all over the country to come to this show.
Almost 15 different states so far.
And one guy even came off of the Route 66.
Yes, he did.
That's a great story.
All the proceeds for this event go to Children's Research Hospital, St. Jude. My daughter actually was a patient there, and this is our way of giving back to them.
That's awesome. You've been doing it for how long?
This is the 21st year.
And you know, that's a lot of proceeds going to St. Jude. So I want to say thank you for that. And everybody that comes over here to the show, got to thank them as well, you know?
Yes, if it wasn't for the group of cars that come out to support this organization, it wouldn't be possible.
Being that it's a Pontiac show, so many models here. The diversity is huge.
Trans Ams to LeManses, GTOs,
Star
Catalinas,
Chiefs.
Star Chiefs. The variety is just unbelievable what you'll see here.
Yep, and you got the variety of people too, which makes the show really special.
It does. And we've got to, thank our sponsor, ARP.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If it wasn't for them, none of this would be possible.
Exactly.
So thank you again for having us out here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm here with William and his 1967 LeMans. This is an all-original owner and original car. It's been restored, but tell us about the car. It's beautiful.
I've had it since 1966. I did a frame-off restoration, did all the body work. It's the original color, original interior package in it. It's been a long project.
Long project, but it's cool that it's been in the family for so long. The AC on this, the fact that you made the firewall so smooth and clean, it looks so good. I bet it works good too.
Yes, it does. It works real good.
I bet it puts a big smile on your face knowing that you built the car yourself and you were able to put that many miles on it with really no worries.
Right.
Now tell me about the paint job. There's a cool story behind it.
A friend of mine does custom paint work. We carried it to his shop, and 5 days later, I loaded it on a trailer and brought it back home and went putting all the glasses in it, windshields and all that.
So you really have a hand in doing everything on this car.
Pretty much done most 95% of it myself, other than I didn't do the upholstery, but sometimes I think I might have should have.
Thank you so much for letting us check out your car.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Sal, what really caught my eye with your car is the lug nuts. One, I thought they were just accent lug nuts, but you told me that they're actually functional. They're actually holding the wheel onto it.
Well, these are off of Super Duty. They're 8 lug. In '62, they made 16 Super Duty cars, and there's only 5 left. This is a tribute to Super Duty. So.
And the lug nuts on the other side are reverse thread.
Right. These are lefty-loosey. The other sides are lefty-tighty.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what was the difference between the Super Duty and the other cars?
One of them was the motor. This has 421 in it. The other motors were all 389s. The rear end is different. The original Super Duties were 4 speeds. And they set all the records in '62. So.
Now, you were telling me that this was the original muscle car. This is what started the muscle car craze, correct?
Exactly.
That is so nice. I love the color combination.
Thanks.
That's the original color.
Actually, this is from a couple years later, but I just fell in love with Patriot Blue.
You plan on showing this more often? You've only had it, what, about a week out?
I'm ready to start driving it. After this show, I'll be ready to drive. I wanted to keep it clean, at least for this show.
I got Paul's 1969 Grand Prix behind me, and this is known to be the gentleman's muscle car. Can you tell us why?
It was a car that the older enthusiast, he'd had a GTO or he'd had a hot rod, and now he had grown up a little bit. He needed some air conditioning to stay cool or some power windows, and this one happened to have almost everything you could put on it.
Now what about these door handles? I've never seen door handles like this.
That was some of John DeLorean's doing this.
Really?
This car he designed because the '68 Grand Prix sold so badly They only sold like 11,000.
Wow.
And when he designed this, they sold over 100,000 in '69.
Wow.
And this is what put DeLorean on the map, his ability to create a winner.
You know what you don't see a lot of anymore is a
Yes,
hood
sir.
tack
That's
or
right.
any gauge on the hood, because all the hoods have been replaced and these kinds of cars are gone when it had that.
That's a factory hood tack. 370 horsepower, 428. To get the higher horsepower, then you had to leave off the air conditioning. It was always a give and a take. So equipped as it is, there's only 2 other options that I could find that it could have. It was a $6,000 car in 1969.
Stay tuned for more of the LoCar Car Show. Two of the most famous Pontiacs in television history has to come out of the movie Smokey and the Bandit. Last year we got to show you the Bandit's Firebird. This year we get up close and personal with Buford T. Justice's famous patrol car, a '76 Pontiac LeMans. Check out the old school flashers and speed gun. It's all decked out and ready to go chase down the bandit.
Now, Blake, I gotta know about the history of this car. I hadn't seen this last year when I was here, but when I walked by and I noticed the sirens and everything on top of the roof of this car, it made me stop.
Yes, sir. We've been looking for one for about 12 years. We build these Bandit cars and found this car. It came out of Maryland. It was a one-owner car, and we got it. It's all original. As far as we know, there's about 7 of these left. Got 80,000 original miles. An older lady had it when I got it. You can tell the interior on it is just mint, wood grain and everything's all original. And
now, how long did it take you to make it what it is today?
it took us a couple months. We got the car and started looking for all this, the little details and the stuff on eBay, and we called our local sheriff back home and got some things from him. It took a lot of time and made sure everything's date correct, period.
Even the CB radio.
Even the CB is a 2500 Midland. It's correct, just like in the movie.
Now, you said the CB is actually worth a lot as well.
Yes, sir. The CBs and the scanners, they're very rare. The Pace 166 that's in the Smokey and the Bandit there.
Right.
They're bringing well over $2,000 or $3,000 on eBay right now.
That's incredible.
And I've actually got one signed by Mr. Reynolds. We met him
Really?
at Bubba Fest, so it's really neat. My kids love it. Macy and Branson, when we come up here, we get thumbs up by the cops and stuff. I mean, everybody just stops and takes pictures
imagine,
of it. It's
man.
really fun to drive.
And I heard that there was a Trans Am broken down in the midway between Gatlinburg and
Yes,
here.
sir. Yeah,
you almost pulled over?
Yeah, I wanted to pull over behind him and say, I got you now, you know, with the lights and the sirens and all on. But
that would have been
we
funny.
were trying to get on in, so.
Richard, this is a beautiful Pontiac. What model is it?
This is a 1935 Cabral. I obtained it from a gentleman. He had passed away in January. His estate had it for sale. I was able to purchase this from his sister.
So those people who asked you how long did it take you to build it, what's your answer?
About a day.
There you go. That's the right answer.
Corvette C4 suspension.
Were the leaf springs under there too?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Independent suspension.
Yep.
97, 98 Camaro Z28 Trans Am wheels.
Yep. And the interior, that is nice. It looks like it's really comfortable to drive down the road.
It is. Rumble seat in the back.
Rumble seat in the back. Have you had anybody in it yet?
I'm not going to try to get in it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Looks like a real bear to get in and out of it. And then you'll scratch something up. That's not right.
Getting in would be easy. Getting out would be the hard part. Yeah.
Now, what kind of powertrain's in this car?
It's a 5.3 liter LS truck motor, Vortec motor.
With a 4L60 behind it?
With a 4L60 automatic transmission. And it has vintage air, so it has air in it also.
Absolutely. That's
power
very
steering,
cool.
power brakes.
It's sad that the gentleman passed away recently, but it's nice that you have got the car now and you're taking it out to show it, and it's not just sitting somewhere running away.
That's what the lady that I got it from had said, that she wanted somebody to have the car that would appreciate the car and take care of the car.
$1957. This is really nice. Tell me about the car, Gary.
Well, I was returning from a tractor show in Iowa, and this happened to be on the side of the road. 3 days later, it followed me home.
Well, then you had it restored.
I did.
And you've been enjoying it ever since, right?
Oh, yeah, we drive them as often as possible.
Yeah, 30,000 miles on a restoration like this is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
So I guess you drive it to most of your shows.
We drive it to all the shows.
That's
Myrtle
awesome.
Beach, down here, 13 consecutive years. The original owner had replaced the engine transmission from the 67 Bonneville.
Right.
Put the 400 engine and the 400 transmission.
Is that a big block 400 or is it?
All Pontiac blocks are the same.
Oh, the same. I didn't know that. That's something new I learned today.
Yeah.
Now, is that trim original to the car as well?
Well, the spear and everything is original, but I added the louvers and the gravel guard. The 57 Bonneville is my all-time favorite.
But the addition of the AC doesn't change much under here. All you see is a compressor. The rest of it looks very original. I like that.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for letting me check out your car.
Well, thank you.
Another great year here at the Pontiacs at Pigeon Forge. I want to thank ARP for sponsoring the event, where all the proceeds goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital and all the amazing work that they do. Until next year, that's a wrap. Join us next week as we visit Nomad R Us in Marion, Virginia.